A good question. Should I get a lawyer if I was caught drink driving? Yes, I would, every time. I mean, some people do walk into court and they don't have a solicitor and they insist on pleading guilty, and of course they can do that if they want to. But in some cases there may be a defence to the case, a very obvious defence to the case, and if you plead guilty to it, you can't unplead guilty to it. You can't say next week, well, maybe I should have thought about that. It's too late. Once you enter a plea of guilty, you're stuck with that. You should always get a lawyer because the consequences of drink driving is a disqualification. It's pretty serious. Yeah, what'll happen in court is that you'll get a summons. The summons will say clearly what date you're to be in court and what time. Everyone now has a specific time, whether it's 10:30 or 11:30, 12:30, 2 o'clock, whatever it is. So there'll be a date and there'll be a time. It'll include the name of the guard who arrested you and what the allegation is, excess alcohol in your blood, breath, or urine. And then when you get that, you really should contact a solicitor because, the consequence of drink driving is a disqualification. If you come into court without a solicitor, the judge will almost certainly ask you whether you want to get one, and it will, in most cases, advise you to get one because they're doing that in your best interests. How do I get off with drink driving? People think it's scientific. There is some formula or method. There isn't really. There never is when it comes to the law because the law is dealing with people, humans, judges, guards, clerks, solicitors, and the human is somebody and a collection of people they're just not precise. There is no scientific way. Sometimes it comes down to luck. Maybe a witness doesn't turn up. Maybe a guard gives bad evidence. It can be something as simple as that, but there's no hard and fast rule. I think it would depend as to what your job is. I think that there's no hard and fast rule, and a lot of it depends on your contract of employment. If your contract of employment specifically states that if you were arrested for drink driving, you could be dismissed, then that's a difficulty. But it depends generally on your job. If you were a member of An Garda Síochána and you were arrested for drink driving and convicted, it could be something that you could be dismissed for, yeah.